So now we're going to make the crosses. And we're going to make some icing. So the first thing we do the crosses. So we've got 25 grams of flour, which is about a rounded tablespoon, and 25 grams of water, or 25 millilitres. That's 15. So then we need a dessert spoon as well. So that's a tablespoon, which is 15. This is a dessert, which is 25. Or you do 1 2/3 tablespoons. So we mix it up. Right, this will be enough for the cross. Now that's gone a little bit thick, right? So now I'm going to struggle to pipe that, I think. So I need a little bit more than that. And I did weigh it, so it needs a little bit more water than it does thingy. Don't have it too runny, because the crosses won't look very neat. So that should be enough for my crosses. Don't look a lot in here. You can put sugar in it as well, but I'm just going to do the 2 ingredients, right? Then I'm going to make a piping bag into a cone, and a reasonable piping bag, and this will do about enough for about most of the class. Yeah. Push it in here, all the way to the bottom. Normally, if it's a small piping bag, I have a rule, you can't use a tablespoon, you have to use a teaspoon. Put it all in. Now this has to be a bit bigger, then I cut it off for the icing, right? This is in here, top right hand drawer. At the end of. Now, a little bit bigger. You don't want it too big, but this is about that big I want, right? Now these have been proving. These could be improved a little bit longer, I reckon. As you can see, they've doubled in size from earlier, right? But watch this, I do them all in one go. All the way across, all the way across, that way. And if you want it a little bit bigger across, you could cut slightly more off, right? Now if I had like a big tray, you know, 40 times 10, you just do the whole thing, it doesn't take long. These ones here, as you see, they've doubled in size, straight in the oven, nice hot oven. I put them in the top of the oven. They should only need 10 minutes. Now I'm going to make some icing ready for them. So I've got 120 grams of icing sugar. What I'm going to show you here is going to be 4 tablespoons. So I'm going to mix it in another bowl to show you, and I've got a bigger bowl than I actually need because that's all I've got available. So I'm going to measure it in there to show you actually. So 4 rounded tablespoons. Now people normally, I'm going to make it in here actually, but so 4 tablespoons. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was 120. That's about 110 grams, right? Now a full level tablespoon. Don't get it from the tap. Get it from the bowl. That's the level tablespoon. That should be about right. Now most people make this too runny. So if it's too runny, which this looks too runny actually, because I did a real big tablespoon here, 90% of people, when I ask them to make this, they show me it and it's too runny, right? If it's too runny for piping, it will run straight off, right? And that doesn't look, so that's still a little bit runny, but not too bad. So I probably do need that bit more in there. Now I'm going to make a very tiny bit of red, but only a tiny bit of red. Now I've got some special red food colouring here. Now this is probably about perfect, right? So it has to be quite thick. So if it rolls straight off the spoon, like this, real quick, runs off, it's okay. That's going to be okay. So I'm only going to make a tiny bit now of red. So this in here, about that much will do easily enough for my biscuit, right? I don't need a lot for this. So I'm only going to make a tiny bit of red because this is going to be for a feathering. Oh, Kirsty, can you just go and get my bag and get me one of those round cookies out I made for Broome Park miniatures? Or 2 of them, because I'm meant to be showing them how to decorate them. So here's the red. Look, I've only got the size of half a pea. I put it in my rucksack, miss. Can you just get me 2 of the biscuits out, the round ones? Cheers, sorry there, I meant to leave 2 out. So, we got some red here. And look, that's gone lovely and red now. Now that's all finished with, that's finished with. Now, my pupils are bad at doing this. They leave loads of butter and cream in here when they're trying to wash it up. So how we get it all out is scrape it. And now look, I'll just show you how much buttercream will come out of here. Look how much is out of there. Enough for about 6 custard creams, right? You all need to pay attention, you guys watching. Right, so I finished the red food colouring, so I'm going to put this in the box ready for Broome Park so they might see this. So we've got 2 up. Now we also, the rule in this is, where they're only doing 1 each, the Broome Park pupils, they can just put them on the paper, then if they can get a bit of icing on it, they won't mess the table up too much. Right, then with the piping bag, I have to put it in the piping bag ready. And the rule is you have to put it in with a teaspoon. And only put a teaspoon. Look how much I'm going to put in. 1 teaspoon only. Push it to the bottom of the piping bag. Roll it down. This is the secret. They make a right mess, my pupils, with this. Right? And then it won't come out the other end because I'm always holding it down. Only cut a tiny bit off. That's the other mistake they make. Cut too much off. That cuts a little bit too much off as it was. Then, with another teaspoon, because I think a teaspoon is better than a tablespoon, spread it, and I'm going to spread 2 different ones. And the secret is, as soon as I've spread it, I need to do the red immediately, not 10 seconds later. As soon as I've finished it, I need to do this. So if you want me to do some feathering on this one. So I'm scraping it off. If it's too runny, it will just run straight off. This is okay. Right, then with this on here, then I need to get something to feather it. Either a knife, or if I'm lucky, I haven't got one. Sometimes I've got some little, what are they called? Cocktail sticks. 6 lines in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but about 6. Then with the back of the knife, right, one way, one that way, and then spin it round, and then we get a nice feather pattern. Do you see that? Now I'm going to show you one more lay. We're going to do with the teaspoon I said, we're going to do a spider's web this time. Or you can put the white on and write something, but this looks a bit more high skill. Then in the middle, I'm going to do like a spiral, but then I'm going to make it look like a spider's web. So start from the middle, try and keep it nice and even, all the way round, and I've still got loads left here for another 2 biscuits. Then it's straight away you have to do that, don't leave it. That's the thing that pupils make a mistake. Go out. Now this icing, you know I said about the white, that should be better, neater if it was slightly thicker. So I'm going to show you them. So as you can see, there's one there like a spider, and there's one there that's feathered. Thank you.